Lesson 19, collision detection. Vocabulary for this abstraction is a big idea in this lesson. So when we take a simplified representation of something that's more complex. So in our instance, it's going to be like a simple code block that actually does some really complex things in the background. I'm going to show you one example today, and then we'll move from there. And it's going to be what's hidden behind this first block, which is sprite.isTouching target, and that target is a different sprite. So it's how we check if two sprites are touching each other. And we're also going to use another new block today, sprite.debug. The sprite.debug puts a green square around the sprite so we can see where its collider like box on the outside of it is. So I'm going to skip this sample game, and I just want to show you those blocks a little bit. So here's the abstraction part. If you look at 17, line 17 and 18 is that's the actual math behind how to figure out if two sprites are touching each other. And that's only on the X. That's not X and Y axis. It's kind of crazy. Every time you want to check if something's touching, you would need to check this. So a programmer has already done the work of this and put it into this cool block called isTouching. Now the isTouching, it still does all of this math in the background, but you don't need to know what the math is. You just need to know that it's checking when you run to see if this sprite's collision, like it has a black box around it that you can't see that's invisible, is touching this sprite's collider box. That's all that you need to know that it does. So that's how that works. You're going to do a couple simple examples where they're having you do a couple easy things here. Where it gets a little bit more challenging is at, well, let me show you that collider thing. So the collider, when you check for, I'm going to get these out of here, by default, that's the collider. So when you turn the debug on, how it says coin.1 debug is true, that's that square that you're going to get with the debug around the outside of it. You can change, there's a couple different properties of this collider, and one of them is if it's a rectangle or a circle. So I'll turn this one to a circle, and if you watch, that improves where that touching part is. Now I need to do that for both of them. So for both of them, I need to have a circular or ellipse collider for that to work properly. You don't necessarily want that debug to be on once you've figured out what's wrong with it. So for your assessment, you want the horse to turn into a unicorn when the rainbow touches it. It's super easy. This collision challenge is crazy. It wants you to adjust. If you look at the set collider, it has more properties. So the properties, it actually has 6 of them. The type, so that's circle or rectangle. X offset, which is the offset of the X direction from the center of the sprite. You don't need to worry about that. It's 0. Y, same thing. Leave it at 0. Now the width or radius is how wide you want the collider to be. If it's a square, radius if it's a circle. Height, also radius if it is a circle. Height if it's a square. And then rotation offset is if you want it to tilt a little bit to the right or left. So if you look at this one, I got it to do it, but I had to mess with all of these values. So if you don't get that one, that's fine. But I do want you to try this second one, which is really awesome. It's moving something to a new location, something we'll use in games when they've been touching.